Sagittarius, I'm Lisi the High Priestess. I'm so sorry, Cancer. Okay, Cancer, you could be dealing with the Sagittarius. I am so sorry. My apologies. Okay. I feel like Sagittarius took too much of your time because I'm uploading my Sagittarius reading from TikTok on IG, and I usually trim it to a minute, and I just did the whole 3 minutes, and I was like, damn, so I feel like someone's taking up your time, or you thought it was just going to be a short while, but it's going to be a long time. Okay. So anyways, going back to my introduction. Okay. Cancer, I'm Lisi the High Priestess. This can resonate in your past, present, or future synchronicity. Also, this is a brand new channel with my old name. Press like, subscribe, notification. With the notification, you can get my lives. If not, you'll have to wait 12 hours. Okay, my bad. All right. So someone took up your time. The Empress, the Ten of Wands. They have. I feel like they have a lot to say, or I feel like you're keeping up. What you thought was 10 minutes lasted like 2 hours. So whatever it is that they are telling you is very interesting because it's a very beautiful woman. Okay. I feel like you get lost in their eyes, or excuse me, or you're attentive to whatever they have to say. You might be the beautiful woman here, and someone's talking to you, a Sagittarius, the Ten of Wands. They're talking to you and just like you're just listening. Okay. Or you could be very handsome and someone's just listening to everything that you got to say. They're eating it all up. All right. The Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. Because I feel like this person hardly, they don't get hurt too often. Okay, I also feel like someone writes a lot. Okay, someone writes a lot. Someone could be a writer. You write a lot, all right. And I feel like nowadays people don't want to hear too much. They want it straight to the point. For example, um, when I read post, if it's too long, I won't read it. Okay, because it's just like you could use shorter phrases to tell the whole story. Okay, so I hear a series of mini stories too, a short short stories is what I hear, trying to sum up a story into like an hour. You could be at a conference or something like that. There's a lot that needs to be done, but it needs to be said in a short amount of while. All the directions, and how to teach someone how to do certain things at a short amount of time. So you could be going to college like online learning, because online, that's what they do. They squeeze like a year of or 2 years worth of work into a matter of months. So it's a lot of information that you need to learn all at once, or you're teaching someone could be a teacher, or you're listening to a teacher. Okay. It's time consuming, is what I hear. And you're like, we're not even going to need all this information when we actually go into the practice. Okay. Because doctors, okay, they get to learn all these things that they tend to think is unnecessary until you actually go into practice. Then when things happen, you're like, oh my gosh, now I see why I had to take an unnecessary course of this, because later on, 10 years later, all of it comes to play, and it triggers back the memories that you have with your old teacher and old mentor, and you're like, yes, wow, and I really thought this was unnecessary. Like, people think algebra is unnecessary, okay, or math is unnecessary into life, until you have to add 2 plus 2 equals 5, and you're just going to agree with them and be like it's a remainder of one. You're like, how in the hell did you get that conclusion? Also, like tarot, for example, people out here study tarot so much. They study tarot, right? They read books and books on it, and they don't get it why other tarot readers can come by it so naturally. They didn't have to study anything. It just comes to them with so much intuition, versus to someone who just appreciates the art, and they read every single detail about it. And when they're throwing out their cards, you're like, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. But see, the key to tarot is that people are chosen to do this because they're intuitive. Their spirit tells them something else. That's why there's no wrong way in telling it. and then I would mention certain other things, but I feel like either the divine is with you or they're not. Either you're meant to be in that path or you're not. And if you know you're supposed to be in that path, you would know. You just know. You know you're chosen. You know you're meant to be there. Because people of the divine don't just watch tarot. There is so many gifted different star seeds indigo children out here that they don't use the tarot. So to point out people wrong on the things that they say or do, that means you're not an actual person of the divine. You're a criticizer. Because people that are so into their craft, they're not busy trying to find flaws in other people. You're trying to teach them how to fix those flaws. Now, that's being a mentor, that's being a teacher versus to being a student. And everyone needs to be a student before they graduate into being a mentor or being a teacher. For example, I am a medium. I could just throw I could just throw some cards and then go from there. Or I could just completely set the cards aside and I could just tell you what my spirit wants me to speak into you. That's why people at church, they use the Bible as a guide, okay, but what their spirit calls for them to say at that moment comes from the spirit within thyself, okay. So I mean, I'm not like saying that the person that criticizes is wrong. All I'm saying is that as far as things as spiritual, some people aren't meant to get it right because their spirit doesn't agree in the path that they're in. Stay woke. Stay woke. You're learning something. Because some messages ain't for you, ain't for them. It ain't for the masses. It's only for the chosen. What will resonate with you might resonate with someone else. So they're never wrong unless you're doing a personal reading. And sometimes some of snippets of what they're saying is true. May not be the whole story, but snippets of the truth are there. Okay. Because some people, I remember I was listening to this radio, right? And this woman did a confession. She's like, writing um I've been doing horoscopes for a popular newspaper for many years, and I just wanted you to tell that it's all a lie. I just be making up things and I put stuff on there, and that's how the horoscopes come out. And I felt offended, but then I felt sorry for her because I was like, this poor dear. I was like, she didn't realize that she was actually, it's called synchronicity, and it's called that spirit, your guides wanted you to give that message that you made up in your head but really wasn't made up. It was your spirit telling you, guiding you to say certain things, and you didn't even know you were intuitive, and you bashed all of us who are part of the culture as far as the things of the mystery. You bashed us and told us that it's all a lie when really you were lying to yourself. So damned if I do and damned if I don't, okay. And you got to listen to your own intuition, and it's not always fooling you. All right. Sometimes intuition fools certain people because there's conspiracy outside of you. Some people are meant to make a fool out of so someone else can get it worse, or someone can receive their karmatic, whatever they did in life. They have to receive payment for that. Like some people need to be rewarded through you. Some people have to experience this loss through you, though you got it right or you didn't. Someone else, is connected to you, that is feeling the domino effect of whatever is going on with you. You feel me? Okay. I get the Nine of Pentacles and the Moon card. Okay. Um, yes, sometimes you discernment. Okay, some people are going through the trials and the experiment or the experience of discernment. Okay, for example, going to different churches. okay, or different religions, or different doctors or whatever, to see what doctor feels right to your spirit, okay? Because although they all have the same practices, that doesn't mean that they fit right with your spirit, okay? And the same thing goes with your tarot reader. The same thing goes with your spiritual guides. The same thing goes as you to other people. Some person will overlook you because they feel more in tune with a different spiritual guide. You can't be mad at them. You just continue doing you until someone of the same spirit enjoys having you around. Okay? And I feel like I just taught you something new. You're teaching someone new, okay? We learn every single day, so be open to learn, okay? Thank you for your time.